gon' ride down to Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a polio. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Ain't been friends with these. Cause when I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This my own. Not gon' lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big band, it's like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's time.
I got that chicken to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court, for real. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
Somebody call for the queen.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Cousins on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On second down, Cousins again, eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, Cousins. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's #4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. To the air again. It's Cousins. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He's got it. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. They'll throw again. Cousins. And Cook has it left side. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Go. Zebra. Shotgun.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. Steps in, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Now Wilson, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Cousins now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And Daniels has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
It's not a great revelation to say that it's going to take a lot to replace what Jimmy Graham gave this club from the tight end position, especially in the red zone. That had to be an encouraging sight for Russell Wilson right there as he finds one of his replacements for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just
looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Let's go, 14. 18. Zebra. Mike, gotta go.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Spread left. Go, lady. Gotta go. Let's go, 14. Shotgun. 12.
Throwing is Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets them 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Cousins. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cousins again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And it's up and good. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Look for signals. Check 50, check 50.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And Daniels has it left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Penny, a first down carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
14. Zebra. 14. Hey. 14, run it. There.
Wilson to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Tempo. 14.
Now Wilson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 17-14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. On first down, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, Wilson. He gives it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Green 80. Gotta go.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Following the interception, Cousins. This is caught by Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
A good pickup there, a 22. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Wilson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Got it. Front left. Let's go, 14.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got it.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. Fourth down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more pushing. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Cousins now on second down. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On second down, Wilson going to throw deep for the end zone. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on.
Nobody in front. Rashard Matthews. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cousins on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has a hot hand.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They begin with a run by Penny. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Wilson to throw on 3rd down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sheldon Richardson. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And out now come the Vikings. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Second down, Cousins. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The pitch goes to Penny. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Gun, gun, gun. Gun, gun, gun. 14. 14.
Now Wilson on second down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll make it third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
14.
Here's Wilson on third down. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Janikowski bangs it through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Lucky 48. We're going. Let's go. Hey, Clipper.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Cousins. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. The best name in the NFL, Barkevious Mingo. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Gun. Hey, tempo. 12. Gun.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And Daniels has it, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Wilson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on. Got it.
A handoff to Penny. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Come on, tempo. 14. Gun. 12. Gun. 12.
To throw is Wilson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
19.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 to the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 40. First down, here's Cousins. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Cousins. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. He'll look to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. He's back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points.
Both teams. Baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Seahawks, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.